I'm doing a 5,200 kilometer or 3,200 mile road trip from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan to Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll be doing this road trip in my all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. To plan this road trip, I'll be using a better route planner and the PlugShare app to navigate to Vegas. This is day one. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Gavin. This is my 2022 Hyundai Ioniq 5, and today we're starting our road trip to Las Vegas, baby. It is currently 7:47 a.m. The car is charged to 100%. It says we can go 409 kilometers. We got a lot of headwind today, which is going to be terrible. I wanted to leave earlier, but just packed like 20 minutes ago and stuff, so we're going to be caught in a lot of wind until we hit closer to the U.S. border. So first stop is Swift Current. It is roughly 172 kilometers to the west. Obviously, everything's going to be to the west, and it should take us roughly an hour and 45 minutes. The first leg is from Moose Jaw to Swift Current. The first thing I did was activate my Sirius XM subscription. I'll definitely need some music for this road trip. To pass the time, I listened to music, talked on the phone to a friend, and to my mother to let her know what my plan was. She worries. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we made it to our first stop. We are currently in Swift Current, and we're at the flow charger here, so here's the hoping that it works. Here's the stats for the first leg of the trip. We've gone 171 kilometers. The average efficiency is 3.9 kilometers per kilowatt hour, which was hugely affected by the wind. We have a estimated range of 156, but if you add those two up, we're not gonna get that great of efficiency if we keep on going. So let's charge. If you can see down here, we got 44% from our 100% that we started off with. So I'll go plug this in and see what happens. All right, so we have our first stop and our first problem. So I tried to go over to the flow charger because Swift Current is notoriously awful for having any of their charging networks actually operational. So I went over to the flow charger, and the flow charger is down. It wouldn't charge. So then I came over, and it's right across the street pretty much, over to the Petro-Can. And if you're in Canada and you know Petro-Can, I have never had a good experience with Petro-Can. Their chargers are always down. They never charge, but thank the gods, this is a bit different. So right now we have this Petro charger going, and it's actually delivering. Well, it was delivering. It was up to 176, and as I'm looking at it now, it's going down. We'll capture that there. To 65. So it was at 175. And now it's down to 65. So at least it's a charge. I don't think it's too terribly expensive to stay here and charge at the Petro-Can. Like I said, I'm surprised it even works. So I'll give it a charge, and I'll figure out how much percent we should need to head to our next destination, and I'll come back. So I've decided to charge very close to 100%, maybe 92%. Because of the wind, I think our efficiency is going to stay around a 3.5 to 4 kilometers per kilowatt hour. So I could stop in Maple Creek, although I could try to make it the whole way to Medicine Hat, which is 230 kilometers. And I think that's doable. So we'll charge it, we'll shoot for Medicine Hat. There's quite a few options in Medicine Hat, 3 or 4. And pretty reliable, I think. So we'll see what happens when we get there. Right now, I'll leave it with 61%. Okay, I just returned back to the Ioniq 5. I went to Staples because I needed to print out, I think I need my vaccination papers to cross the border over to the States. So I printed that out. Then I went over to Safeway and spent about $20 or so on some lunch. I got some bottled water and some sandwiches. I got back to the car and it is 91%. So that actually went by very quickly. There's 18 minutes left to 100%. It slowed down quite a bit again to 33 kilowatts, but 91%, that's pretty good. And I didn't have to wait at all. I just went there, came back. I do want to have a sandwich right now, but I think I might wait till our next stop and do that to optimize some time. So once it hits maybe 92, 95, I'll be on my way. All right, off we go. We got our charge here, and now my goal is Medicine Hat. I want to see if we can skip Maple Creek and just go straight for Medicine Hat. That would save a lot of time and money charging at Maple Creek. Worst case scenario, we'll just stop at Maple Creek, top it off a little bit, head over to Medicine Hat, and on our way. We got to make it to Lethbridge. That is where the wind dies down quite substantially. So other than the wind, it's just a beautiful, beautiful day. It's 19 degrees Celsius and we're just gliding. We have the lane assist on and it's actually perfect in this Ioniq 5. There's nothing at all to poo-poo about it. It's actually really nice. I use it most of the time. So yeah, throw that on, throw on adaptive cruise control, and let's go enjoy the scenery. I just passed the turnoff for Maple Creek. I think we can make it, but it'll be extremely low on the battery. But I'm getting the same efficiency right now against the headwind that I would in minus 30 degrees Celsius weather in the dead of winter. So that's just something else. And I did, speaking about winter, I found out, because it's about 20 degrees outside and I need to cool down a bit, the air conditioning on the Ioniq 5 uses less power than the heating. Some people might know that, but I didn't. So yeah, it requires less energy to cool the car rather than to heat the car. So that's for everybody that didn't know, including myself. I'll update everybody again once we hopefully get to Medicine Hat. Oh man, I really hope I make it to Medicine Hat.